Welcome back. With U.S. unemployment rate remaining at 3.6% in June and gas prices dropping, recession risks may be minimizing. Yahoo Finance's Rick Newman is here with his take. What's up, Rick?
Hey, Jared. President Biden needs a break on the economy, and he may be getting a break this week. So we've had recession fears. Are we in a recession? Is a recession going to start tomorrow? Is a recession nowhere near? We've seen a lot of economic indicators slowing down, suggesting the economy is slowing. Maybe we are tipping into a recession, but you cannot be in a recession if the unemployment rate is 3.6%, which is close to a record low, and employers are creating 372,000 jobs per month, which is what we saw in June. So we just cannot be in a recession right now. Not everything is going terrific, but look, the job market is still very strong. Biden is getting another break this week on something that may be even more important, which is gasoline prices. We're seeing sharp declines in gasoline prices. They're down something like 30 cents a gallon during the last few weeks. So they're now around $4.70, I think. That is still way too high. My contention is that for Americans to become bullish on the U.S. economy, we need to see gas prices starting with a 3, not a 4. But look, they're going in the right direction. It's going to be a little bit of relief for drivers. And who knows, maybe this momentum will continue, and we'll finally see people start to feel better about the economy during the next few weeks and months.
Yeah, well, all of this ties back to the price of crude oil. Looks like WTI is hovering around $103 and 103.90 cents here. But that's an elevated figure. That we haven't had $100 crude since basically 2015 on a consistent basis. And if we go back to that time period, I mean, this was when I first started working at Yahoo Finance with you, Rick, in November. We were supposed to have had rate hikes back then. Those were tabled. We had a huge slowdown in China. And that caused a precipitous decline in crude oil. I think it was down to $30 a gallon, or $30 a barrel. So I'm just wondering, what are the odds here? Realistically, is there any chance that we could go down to $50, $60 per barrel in the near term?
The number 1, 2, and 3 factor that will determine that is the war in Ukraine. This is not about a normally functioning economy like we had more or less in 2015. We've got this large fear premium in the market that has been pushing prices up because that war could get worse. It could affect energy more directly than it has so far, and other things could happen. But another thing that's happening right now, Jared, that you left out is demand destruction. People are just being a little more cautious. They're buying a little less gasoline. They're doubling up trips, things like that. And that is another reasons that we're seeing prices come down. My own best. I mean, we've been talking about this, for months and months.
Every day, Rick.
Price of crude oil and what affects it. There are so many things that affect the price of crude oil, and we've got a forecast from $50 a barrel to $380 a barrel. So, I mean, it's a wackadoodle market. My own best guess is that as long as this Russian war is ongoing, we're not going to get, I don't know, pick a number much below $90 a barrel. But for the Biden administration, I actually think getting all the weapons they can to Ukraine and trying to help Ukraine as fast as they can on the battlefield, I think that is actually a domestic economic priority for the Biden administration, because the best way to get oil prices and gasoline prices down is to end that war.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. We got time for one more here. I want to switch gears to the election front, the re-election front for some. How are these races shaping up, and do we have any big ones ahead?
It looks really ugly for Democrats in November. I'm not sure anything is going to change that calculus. People forget, I mean, there's so much going on with the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade, people worried about 8.6% inflation and so on. People forget that it's normal in American politics that the president's party loses seats in Congress during a midterm election. And that's just kind of a snapback effect that we've seen in most midterms going, all the way back to the beginning of the 20th century. So the Democrats have such small majorities in the House and, of course, only a 1-vote majority in the Senate. It does seem likely they're going to lose the House, and we're going to end up with a divided Congress. Democrats could hold on to the Senate, but even if they do that, it still will be tough for them to pass much legislation next year. So there is a push, believe it or not, to still try to get the remnants of Biden's Build Back Better plan passed in Congress this year. That might include some green energy funding and perhaps very limited social welfare programs. And after that, we're probably gonna have a split Congress. So the clock is ticking out on what Biden might be able to get done, at least through Congress.
It sounds like more gridlock. Thank you for that. Yahoo Finance's Rick Newman.
See you, Jared.
See you.